Thursday afternoon sees the grueling Stayers Hurdle. You've got to stay every bit of 3 miles to win this. There's been some greats over the year, run-up series in it, the likes of Big Bucks et al. But we've got a cracking betting heat this year. I'll quickly run down the prices, gents, and then we'll get stuck into it. But we bet 5-2 Classical Dream, the favourite, 4-1 Champ, 11-2 Flooring Porter, 6-1 Thyme Hill, 20-1 Bar. So we're basically saying we've got 4 horses well clear of the field. Some amazing Cheltenham form in amongst them as well. Classical Dreams, incredible performance. Champ, people will never forget that. Flooring Porter was brilliant. Davey, I'll come straight to you. Would you run Champ in this race if he was yours?
Yeah, especially the way he operated the last day. I was very impressed by him, and he kind of looks like that Stayers Hurdle would suit him. A little bit behind the bridle. Likes to get down and dirty, and when stamina comes into play, he seems to have abundance of it. He just kind of over exaggerates. Not over exaggerates. He's just not quite as quick from takeoff to landing in over fences, and he doesn't seem to lose any ground over hurdles. So for that reason, I would imagine that I would have no problem going down the Stayers Hurdle route with him. Yeah, definitely. I think, especially the way it's run, because you're guaranteed pretty much pace with Flooring Porter. He seems to have only he's one-dimensional. So you have that, and then you also have the other jockeys worrying about him getting a freebie in front. So where Champ can't really do anything about that because he's not quick enough, or that's not his style of running. But it's a very interesting race. Like if Flooring Porter gets loose in front, he is quite hard to beat. And then you're kind of worrying which one of the jockeys on, one of the fancied horses is going to go and take the lead off him. Obviously Classical Dream done it the last day. It was a little bit by mistake because he went to fly lap at the tapes. And he met it running and he was gone, and it was pretty much over, and Flooring Porter couldn't get around him because of the way he runs. He hangs to his left. When you leave him alone, he runs in a straight line going left-handed, but when you try to pull him off the rail, he just kind of goes against you the whole time and kept tucking. And I thought Paul Townend was actually brilliant on the winner. He never came off the rail, so he made Flooring Porter have to try and come around him the whole time. And he just wasn't able. Classical Dream is a very, very good horse, but I would like Champ. I very much would. I think all his credentials lead to what you need for a Stayers.
Of those 4 at the top of the market, if you could jump on one of them now, that would be your pick.
Yeah, I think so. So. Just the way he runs, seems to be quite straightforward, and he's got bags of stamina, and we know he has got class because he's a classy horse, and he reverted from chasing back to hurdling quite well, which we've seen with the likes of Bouvier and them horses, Big Bucks, all them horses. Not every horse can revert back to hurdling and be as good, but he seems to be able to do it.
Bill, do you want to focus on the 4 at the top and then give us one from further down if you want to?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great race, this. The rematch between Classical Dream and Flooring Porter, like David was saying, looks a cracker. I mean, Classical Dream's a bit of a freak. It was just, I mean, the performance at Punchestown on the back of 500 days to come and do what he did that day last April was stunning. And he surprised me at Christmas because he was brilliant there too. Really well found in the market on both days. Hugely punted. So it wasn't neither of those really good victories were surprises to the yard. Now, if you can forgive him the 2 runs in 2019 where he bombed out, he came on the back of a really impressive winner of the Supreme. He's a very, very talented horse. He's fragile, but he looks to be back. And if I'm honest, I look to oppose him in the market, and then you look at Champ and you look at Flooring Porter and whatever, and Thyme Hill. They're all really respected, but if the real Classical Dream turns up, he'll probably win again. He's got the Cheltenham form in the book. I thought around 11-4, Classical Dream, of the leading contenders, I think he's the most likely winner because I think he's just got real class. I fancied Flooring Porter to beat him the last day, and he just beat him. He was just too good for him, and he's just got a serious engine on him. He stays. It promises to be a real good race. Flooring Porter, we were keen on him this time last year. big double figure price. You've got to take 5 to 1 this time round, so it's a bit shorter. He'll run well, but he's a bit too short. I'd far rather take Classical Dream at 11 to 4 than 5 to 1 Flooring Porter. If there was a left field one, a massive price, if he came here, it might be Gavin Cromwell's other horse, who won well the other day, Darva Star, who looked
very impressive.
He was hugely impressive, and if they turned him inside out, and they're talking about going to the Boyne Hurdle, and they said the Stayers Hurdle probably isn't the plan, but if he was to win there impressively, it's the only place they could go. And doing what we're doing now, you're going to try to find a horse that's going to shorten up massively. If there's one that could shorten up, it could be Darva Star. If he turned up here at 33s, I think that's far too big a price.
6 boxes of Gone Chasing didn't work.
He's not dissimilar to Champ, and don't forget he's placed in a Champion Hurdle and not
well in a Champion Hurdle, of course, exactly.
He looked a proper stayer, and maybe he's just the kind of fly in the ointment. But I'd say Classical Dream, but he could be the dark horse.
Okay, so to conclude, the Stayers Hurdle, Champ for Davy, very much Thyme Hill for me. I think it's lovely each way price at 6 to 1, and Classical Dream for you. So we're sticking with the head of the market, and that's the Stayers Hurdle.